Welcome, and thank you all for joining us for the third and final concert of the Lean On Me concert series. I'm Amanda Austin, the president and founder of OmniARTS, and I know I speak for the entire OmniARTS and Lean On Me team when I say that we are so honored to share the performances featured on today's program and inspired by opera. At the outbreak of the pandemic, this concert series was designed as a means of creating a virtual platform for artists to continue their work, to be paid to share their work, and duly lend their voices in support of essential workers. This would not be possible without the support of our viewers, generous donors, broadcast partners, artists, and team. Thank you all for enabling these concerts and joining us in the celebration of art. Working on a virtual platform is not easy, and I want to take this moment to thank all of the artists who have participated in this series for your patience and your willingness to collaborate with each other across continents, artistic disciplines, and on this virtual stage. Uniquely, each of this series donates 50% of our concerts to our charity partner. And today's charity partner, I'm thrilled to support the efforts of the First Responders Children's Foundation and invite their president, Jillian Crane, to join us in today's broadcast to tell you more about the amazing work they do. One of my favorite things about this concert series is that each performance is dedicated to an individual. This act is completely in line with our mission of giving more choice to artists over the repertoire that they share and audiences about what they would like to receive. And in the spirit of this devotional act, I would like to dedicate today's entire program to the memory of Mohammed Sisa, an 18-year-old young black man and cellist who was killed a little over a week ago in the Philadelphia protests. We as artists support each other, and we all have a duty to share the unique voice that we have in service of change. We will honor the memory of Mohammed through cello music featured in our upcoming programming and today. I am especially thrilled to share the performances inspired by opera, an art form that intrinsically champions the act of learning about other cultures through their language and their history. This allows us to celebrate our various differences, similarities, and the beauty of both through art. I am now so honored to welcome a great supporter of multidisciplinary collaboration, brilliant opera artist, and Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano, Isabel Leonard.
Hey everybody, I'm Isabel Leonard, and this is Lean On Me Opera, and I'm here live with you. So I'm going to be here with you the whole way through. So now Lean On Me was envisioned as a celebration of collaborative art and a tangible action to support artists in a time of need. In this third and final concert of the Lean On Me series, I am so happy to share a program of operatic works interpreted by dancers, instrumentalists, visual artists, and of course, opera singers. Now, the visual art featured throughout today's program is a collection of 6 opera-inspired etchings by Nissan Engel. We begin today's program by welcoming to the virtual stage mezzo-soprano Janae Bridges, performing Carmen's Habanera with pianist Kevin Miller.
Hi, my name is Janae Bridges, and I'm a mezzo-soprano from Lakewood, Washington, USA. This song has been requested by Joanne from Center Reach, New York. Joanne is a coordinator at Precision Cyberknife at Northwell Health in East Setauket, New York, and she would like to say, God bless all the on-site workers at Mather Hospital and Northwell Health at all locations. I'm joined here with pianist and my friend, Kevin Miller, to present the famous flirtatious habanera from Bizet's Carmen for you. Joanne, thank you, and enjoy this Lean On Me performance.
Yay, Janae and Kevin! That was fantastic. Oh, Janae, you sound fantastic. I love the camera work. That was really fun. More, please. More, please. So our next artist performing again with the brilliant Kevin Miller is baritone Will Liverman. This rising star will be the first Black artist to perform the role of Papageno at the Metropolitan Opera in the company's 496th performance of the Magic Flute. It's about time. Will is joined today by Jesse Philbrick from the Big Muddy Dance Company to present another beloved opera aria, Largo, from The Barber of Seville.
Hello, my name is Will Liverman, and I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. My current location is Chicago, Illinois. This song was requested by Donald from Seabright, New Jersey. Donald works in the Clinical Logistics Emergency Department at Riverview Medical Center in Red Bank, New Jersey, and would like to send a shout out to all the healthcare workers at Hackensack Meridian Health. Thank you to all the nurses and doctors going into battle every day on the COVID floors at Riverview. I'm joined here by pianist Kevin Miller as we present Figaro's famous aria Largo a Factotum from Rossini's Il Barbiere di Siviglia. For you, Donald.
La 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 largo da cosa della città largo la 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 presto battega che la vai già presto la 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 ah che bel vivere che bel piacere per un barbiere di qualità bravo figlio bravo fortunatissimo, bravo. La 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 la. Fortunatissimo, verità, bravo. La 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 la. Fortunatissimo per verità. Fortunatissimo per verità. La 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 la. Roda tutto dove il giorno, sempre intorno, di giro sta, il cucaglia per babbiere, di dove il nome non sia. La 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 la. Raso ripetri, lacere forgi, amico comando, tutto qui sta. Lacere forgi, raso ripetri, amico comando, tutto qui sta. Bella risorsa, poi del mestiere, o la donna, col cavaliere, con la donnetta, la 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 la, col cavaliere, la 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 la. Che bel vivere, che bel piacere, che bel piacere. Di qualità. Tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, dove ragazzi, vecchi fanciulle, qua la parrucca, presso la barba, qua la sanguigna, presto lieto, tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, qua la parrucca, presso la barba, presto lieto, Figaro, ahimè, che furia, ahimè, che voglia, uno alla volta, per carità, per carità, per carità, uno alla volta, uno alla volta, uno alla volta, per carità. Figaro, son qua, ehi, Figaro, son qua, Figaro là, Figaro qua, Figaro là, Figaro su, Figaro giù, Figaro su, Figaro giù, pronto prontissimo, sol che mi fubre, sono il balcone della città, della città, della città, della città, della città. Bravo figlio, bravo bravissimo, bravo figlio, bravo bravissimo, addirittura, non la chela, addirittura, non la chela. Sono il factotum della città, sono il factotum della città, della città, della città.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm back. If that doesn't make you want to go and sing and dance out in some grand field, I don't know what else will. Will and Jesse, that was absolutely fantastic and joyous. So thank you so much for that. Now, we miss seeing opera in theaters so very much, and I really hope to see Janae and Will on stage very, very soon. I miss them. And but while we're in the virtual performing world, why not experiment? Collaborating in an untraditional fashion are our next two Lean On Me artists, Canadian mezzo-soprano Simona Jenga and New York-based producer, arranger, and violinist Todd Reynolds. They are performing an arrangement created by Todd and inspired by Adalgisa's aria from Norma.
Hello, my name is Simona Jenga, and I'm a Canadian mezzo-soprano currently living in Toronto, Ontario. This next piece has been requested by Kevin, who lives in Snohomish, Washington, and works as a Cap 2 associate at the Walmart in Monroe. Kevin has requested a song about prayer and reverence. and I'm overjoyed to be able to perform an original arrangement of Adel Jesus Prayer with violinist and composer Todd Reynolds. This is one of my favorite parts of Bellini's opera Norma, and I'm so happy to be able to perform it at the Lean On Me concert series for you, Kevin. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
Well, that was mesmerizing. I would like to hear a lot more of that. Please. Yes, let's do that. Part of opera's allure is that it can travel through time. It tells us stories of the past, present, and possible. And sometimes it cloaks all of those vantage points in magic. In Nissan Engel's next etching of Wagner's Ring Cycle and Jules Massonet's opera Cendrillon, we now see two magical interpretations of reality. Here is Kevin Miller and Brandy Sutton sharing the fairy godmother's fantastic intervention for Cinderella and an etching of Wagner's Ring Cycle by Nissan Engel.
Hi, I am Brandy Sutton, and I am a soprano, currently residing in Yonkers, New York, but for the time being am back in my hometown of Huntsville, Alabama, during these very strange, difficult, yet refining times. This song has been requested by Cindy from Washington, D.C. Hi, Cindy. And Cindy is a nurse at the Children's National Hospital and has requested a song about joy and perseverance. So I am joined by pianist Kevin Miller to present Douce Enfant from the opera Cendrillon by Jules Massenet. This is Massenet's setting of the classic Cinderella. Cinderella. Cinderella is a story which is the quintessential story about persevering through difficult times. In this aria, the fairy godmother tells Cinderella that she has heard her cries and her pleas and has vowed to protect her, but first will make her the most beautiful and the most admired in the ball. So I hope the song does bring you joy and comfort. Cindy would like to give a shout out, and I'm going to read it because I do not want to get any of it wrong, to all of her colleagues and frontline workers who come to work every day with a can-do attitude. She says, "We are living and working in a situation that none of us has ever experienced in our lifetime, and God willing, never will again. Thank you for your tireless service. Also, a special thanks to all the restaurants, organizations, and special people that have donated food, handmade PPE, and made us thank you cards and letters. It really means a lot to us to know our work is appreciated." And indeed, Cindy, it certainly is. Thank you so much. So here is Douce Enfant for you, Cindy.
sens et d'amour, sur toi je veille, au sang brûlant.
Oh, that was flawless. Brandy, that was absolutely beautiful. Kevin, I mean, yeah, there are no words. That was wonderful. So moving on, at the very beginning of opera, over 400 years ago, and before the piano was created, composers used the harpsichord. Composers such as Monteverdi, and then later Handel and Mozart, created some of the most famous operas on that instrument. This next Lean on Me performance pays homage to the harpsichord, the dance form it inspired, and the birth of opera. Now, performing a piece by George Friedrich Handel is harpsichordist Andrew Rosenblum and dancer Jennifer Mabus.
Hi, I'm Andrew Rosenblum, and I'm a harpsichordist and pianist originally from Potomac, Maryland, and currently living in Chicago, Illinois. This piece has been requested by Elizabeth from Libertyville, Illinois. Elizabeth is a family doctor at Aurora Healthcare and has requested a solo keyboard work in honor of her mother. I will be joined by dancer Jennifer Mabus to present the air and variations, also known as The Harmonious Blacksmith, from Suite No. 5 in E major by Handel. The Harmonious Blacksmith tune was most likely derived from the aria Mi dà speranza al cuore from Handel's first opera Almira. Elizabeth would like to say, thank you to all those people who continue to show up for work despite the personal risk and cost. Thank you to all those people who are staying home, wishing they could return to work, helping reduce the risk of this virus despite that cost. Jennifer and I are glad to dedicate this Lean on Me performance to you, Elizabeth. Thank you and enjoy.
And Andrew. That was amazing. I was just listening to the harpsichord thinking it has such a twinkle to it, doesn't it? It was really, really joyous. Thank you. So we know that the harpsichord and later the piano have greatly enabled the creation of many, many operas. And I'm happy to now welcome Darren Creech, known publicly as the Queer Pianist, to tell us more about a piano sonata by Charles Ives and its connection to opera.
My name is Darren Creech, and I'm here in Toronto, Canada, on the traditional territories of the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, the Wendat, the Chippewa, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. And today I'll be playing a movement from Charles Ives' Concord Sonata entitled The Alcots. This performance is dedicated to Taylor in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Taylor is an exercise physiologist at the Jefferson Regional Medical Center in Pittsburgh and requested a piece about love, joy, and perseverance. Charles Ives wrote the Concord Sonata in the early 1900s and based movements off of prominent figures who lived in Concord, Massachusetts. And this movement is inspired by the Alcott family, which includes Louisa May Alcott, who wrote Little Women. And in 1998, Mark Adamo adapted that source material into an opera, which is full of the themes that Taylor has requested. So while this piano piece is not directly related to the opera or opera in any way, I hope that the themes do come through. I love this piece. I think it's a beautiful piece of music. So it's for you, Taylor, and thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoy. Now, because I'm in my slightly drab piano studio, I'm just gonna freshen things up and set a mood, so I'll be right back.
Hi. Ah, that was really moving. Really, really, really moving. Darren, I can't thank you enough. The interpretation, the communication, and the piece itself. You know, I have never ceased to be amazed by my colleagues and their incredible soul that they pour into their work. So thank you. Now, to support the artists, like those you have seen on today's program and the First Responders Children's Foundation, please consider making a donation in any amount whatsoever, through the Facebook button or at this link below. Now, here to tell you more about the mission and work of First Responders Children's Foundation is the foundation's president, Jillian Crane. Ah, there you are. Hi, Jillian.
Hi, Isabel. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, and nice to hear these amazing performances. I'm just blown away by the talent that you have.
I am too. I always feel like I get the best seat in the house, even though now I'm sharing it with everybody. But you know, on stage, when we're right next to our colleagues, we're really the lucky ones. So I wanted to also thank you so much for the work that you're doing, supporting the first responders and their families. And for those of you who are joining now, 50% of the proceeds today will go to the FRCF. The FRCF has done incredible work for years, and I know that you all have made a massively positive impact on the families through this health crisis. So would you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yes, and thank you so much, the OmniARTS Foundation, for selecting the First Responders Children's Foundation to be your charity partner today. And for those of you viewing and helping to support first responders, just to give you a little background, the First Responders Children's Foundation started about 19 years ago, right after 9/11, when 800 children were left behind by a first responder parent who made the ultimate sacrifice on that day. And since then, we've been supplying grants and college scholarships for children of first responders who've been injured or killed in the line of duty. When COVID-19 happened, we quickly put our focus on helping first responders by establishing the COVID-19 emergency grant. And with people like you, we have been able to help first responders all over the country, which include EMTs, paramedics, firefighters, police, medical personnel, including nurses, doctors, medical technicians, and all of those people who support those agencies. So the ambulance drivers, the mechanic who fixes the ambulances, the 911 dispatchers. And up until, I guess, does it feel like so it started in March or February? Doesn't it feel like, you know?
It feels like it's been a long time, and yet there feel like factions that are forgetting that it even exists as well at the moment. It's a very strange juxtaposition of feelings going on right now.
It is. Yeah. And I think, you know, what we've been able to accomplish in a short period of time, because of the donations that we've received, we have funded 13,000 hotel room nights for first responders with meal stipends, so that the first responders won't go home and infect their families. We've awarded almost 4,000 individual grants to first responders all over the country, many of whom are single women with children. And we've distributed over 500,000 surgical grade FDA approved masks to first responder communities, also in 50 states. And sadly, we paid for about 24 funerals of first responders who have died from COVID-19. So I think, you know, the thing that I wanted to say today is really the pandemic is not over. The fight is not over. The people who are on the front lines of this are working around the clock to help us, to help their communities. And from the beginning, they've been running into danger. Before they even had the proper PPE, before they knew how it would affect them and their families, before they really knew that much about COVID-19, they stepped up, and they've been there since. And what we're noticing is that we're getting thousands of grant requests every day. So we are so grateful that you selected the foundation today. And if we could just, you know, take a moment to remember all of those who have lost their lives from COVID-19, and all of the first responders who are continuing to work day and night to keep us safe. And I just wanted to say to the OmniARTS again and this incredibly stellar production team, thank you for the talent and the real gifts that you've given me right now and this whole audience that you have, which is the gift of art to heal people.
Thank you so much. I think that there's a lot of mutual love and respect. We think about music as healing, and of course we rely on the humans that actually heal us physically, right? So it's like a physical healing and a soul healing, and we all can come together, I think, and appreciate that union, right? So thank you so very much, Jillian.
We were grateful to be with you today, and thank you, Isabel.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. We have to remember these things and think about all the families that are out there and what they're doing to help us and how they sometimes leave their own families behind to help a stranger. And I think with that in mind, we will continue our program with this spirit of giving as it has been, and that idea that we can continue to heal in the ways that we can as artists. So up next, we will see an etching of Salome, an opera heroine famous for her dance of the 7 veils, followed by a performance of O Lord, whose mercies numberless, from Handel's oratorio Saul. This sacred work is often fully staged and performed by opera companies and is interpreted today by countertenor Arye Nussbaum-Cohen, pianist Kevin Miller, and Big Muddy Dance Company member Brandon Fink.
Hi, I'm Arye Nussbaum-Cohen, a countertenor from Brooklyn, New York, currently in San Francisco, California. This song was requested by Nancy from Damascus, Maryland. Nancy is an ED nurse at Shady Grove Adventist Hospital in Rockville, Maryland, and she would like to give a shout out to all of the healthcare workers at Shady Grove for their ongoing dedication and compassion shown during this difficult time. Nancy has requested a prayer for peace and healing, so I'm joined here by Brandon Fink and Kevin Miller to present O Lord, whose mercies numberless, from Handel's Saul for you, Nancy. We hope you enjoy this Lean on Me performance.
was really wonderful. Thank you, Arye, Kevin, and Brandon. That definitely brought some very wonderful tranquility to the moment. Thank you. Here to tell us more about Nissan Engel and his musical influence by legendary voice teacher Daniel Ferro is Serbian soprano Dušica Bijelić.
Thank you, dear Isabel. I'm very happy to be here to talk about Daniel Ferro and Nissan Engel friendship and relationship. The collection of Nissan's opera etchings were created to honor Daniel's 90th birthday and 17th season of the Daniel Ferro vocal program. Through Joy Ferro and Mickey Engel, I have come to learn that they met in the 1960s at the music festival in New England, a common place for visual artists and musicians to meet. And they continue their relationship and support of each other throughout their careers. Both Nissan and Daniel are a testament to the beauty of multidisciplinary collaboration and the power of artists supporting and learning from one another. I am very grateful to have Daniel Ferro in my life, and through his program I met wonderful people like Nissan and his wife who influenced me and changed my life completely. I would love to dedicate my recording to Daniel and Nissan, and just to mention that this video is done almost 10 years ago, but it's very dear to me because in that time I worked with Daniel. So I hope you're going to enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Dushitsa and Marco. That was really wonderful. It's one of my favorite songs. Really, really beautiful. So as we know, art has connected people of different cultures and nationalities for centuries. We now welcome our next artists, Americans singing in Italian, coming to us from Germany, from the Bavarian State Opera. I am thrilled to welcome pianist Donald Wages, tenor Galliano Salas, and baritone Sean Michael Plum. They will perform a duet from Puccini's La Bohème.
Hi, I'm Galliano Salas from Houston, Texas.
I'm Donald Wages from Atlanta, Georgia.
And I'm Sean Michael Plum from Los Angeles, California.
And we are thrilled to be here at the Bavarian State Opera to be performing O mi tu più non torni from Puccini's La Bohème. We would like to thank the technical department and the administration for helping us to produce this video. This Lean On Me performance is dedicated to Brendan from Olney, Maryland. Brendan is a battalion chief with Sandy Spring Volunteer Fire Department, and he would like to send the following message. To all my brothers and sisters working in public safety in Montgomery County, we will get through this. Brendan, we would like to dedicate this duet, which deals with the loss of love and perseverance through hardship, to you. From all of us here, we thank you and enjoy.
Torni, o gioia
Thank you so much, Donald, Galeano, and Sean. That was wonderful. So, art is healing, art is unifying, and the many facets of humanity are amplified through art, which is why it is so important. Despite lost performances, the loss of artists' livelihood, and in the face of the unknown, artists continue to give of themselves generously. OmniARTS is dedicated to supporting artists now and beyond this series. Without donors and viewers like you returning the generosity of these artists, these programs are really not possible. Thank you so much for what you have already given. And if you haven't already, would you please consider making a contribution? No amount is too small, truly. 50% of your gifts will support more programs like the Lean On Me series, and 50% will assist the work of the First Responders Children's Foundation. As we close today's program and the Lean On Me concert series, I would like to offer a final dedication and a parting song. Tracy Grafton, a social worker in the palliative care program at Hackensack Meridian Health, wanted to send a dedication to the entire team for providing support to the many New Jersey residents and families that are faced with the coronavirus. I thought it would be nice for me to lend my voice in the form of a lullaby to honor her request. This is a lullaby that I sing to my son at night. It brings us great peace, and it is from Mary Poppins. And I am no Julie Andrews, but we sure do like this song. Stay awake, don't rest your head. Don't lie down upon your bed while the moon drifts in the skies. Stay awake, don't close your eyes. Stay awake, don't close your eyes. Though the world is fast asleep, though your pillow's soft and deep, you're not sleepy as you seem. Stay awake, don't nod and dream. Stay awake, don't nod and dream. Oh, I love that song. And most of all, thank you to the OmniARTS Foundation, the First Responders Children's Foundation, the Big Muddy Dance Company, our broadcast partners, all who have tuned in and RSVP'd, and the Lean On Me concert team. Now, in our final performance of the evening, we now welcome the Transitory Sound and Movement Collective, who have created our encore piece, Collective Isolation Number 4. This is an improvisation. Some of you may have participated in our survey this week, which asked you to choose between 4 evocative prompt words: madness, within, reaching, and isolation. The winning prompt was reaching. Yay, congratulations. Through exploring this gesture and poetry by Horatio Ferrer and Arnold Schoenberg, they have created an improvisation for you asking, can reaching out be reaching within? We now welcome Lynn Lane, Jennifer Mabus, Abigail Fisher, and Federico de Marcellis with a final interdisciplinary performance. Thank you all, and please enjoy the Transitory Sound and Movement Collective.
Las tardecitas de Buenos Aires tienen ese qué sé yo, ¿viste? Salís de tu casa por Arenales y lo de siempre en la calle y en vos. Cuando de repente, de atrás de un árbol, me aparezco yo. Mezcla rara de penúltimo lingera y de primer polizonte en el viaje a Venus. Medio melón en la cabeza, las rayas de la camisa pintadas en la piel, 2 mediasuelas clavadas en los pies y una banderita de taxi libre levantada en cada mano. ¿Te reís? Pero solo vos me ves. Porque los maniquíes me guiñan, los semáforos me dan 3 luces celestes y las naranjas del frutero de la esquina me tiran azares. Vení, que así medio bailando y medio volando, me saco el melón para saludarte, te regalo una banderita y te digo: Sí, por Dios que me has dado, que estoy tan cambiado, no sé más quién soy. Decí por Dios que me has dado, que estoy tan cambiado, no sé más quién soy. No sé más quién soy. Quereme así pianta, pianta, oh pianta. ¿No ves que va la luna rodando por Callao? Ya sé que estoy piantao, piantao, piantao. Ya sé que estoy piantao, piantao, piantao. Quereme así piantao, dale. De Vietes nos aplauden. Viva, viva los locos que inventaron el amor. Y un ángel, y un soldado, y una niña nos dan un balsecito bailador. Me sale a saludar la gente linda y loca, pero mira tuya.
Swimming in a sea crystal radiance. Swimming in a sea of crystal radiance. I am only